Hey, thanks for coming to 1500 ESPN.com. I'm Derek Wetmore. After day 5 of Twins pitchers and catchers workouts here at Hammond Stadium, Paul Molitor addressed the team this morning, and position players, of course, reported to camp officially this morning on Friday, and they'll have their first full squad workout on Saturday. A lot of the guys chose to work out today anyway, but Molitor's message was basically one of kind of a fresh start, a new beginning, and nothing too out of the ordinary. He didn't, get all emotional. He didn't build a rah-rah type of speech. That's not really in keeping with his personality. Asked Molitor what, his objective was with that, and he's just really wanted to set a tone for the rest of spring training. As he's said in the past this week, you really only get one chance at a first speech, so he wanted to make that good first impression. I talked about half a dozen players or so about their perception of the meeting, how it went, how the message was received, and a lot of them said, hey, when Paul Molitor speaks, you listen. 3,000 hits, Hall of Famer, speaks for itself. His credentials lend themselves to a little bit extra credibility that a lot of players were listening to that. Some of the talking points that Molitor went over was, as I mentioned, about burying the past. The Twins have had 4 terrible seasons in a row and would like to move on from that. They think this year can be the first year where they sort of start to move in that direction. Molitor also expressed that he has high expectations for the players, both on an individual level and a team level. He's talked a lot this week about preventing the 90 feet, and what he means by that is when you're on the bases, if the other team allows you to take the extra base, you should take it. Say there's a bad relay, throw from the outfield, well, go ahead and move up. He stressed that a lot last year as kind of a base running instructor for the Twins. Now he wants to flip that around too and take it on defense to prevent that extra base. That's throwing to the right bases as an outfielder. That's making sure your relays and cutoffs are good. It's being smart as a pitcher, keeping runners close to the bases. It's catchers being willing to throw behind a runner or shut down the running game by throwing ahead. There's just a lot of different scenarios in which you can give up an extra base by carelessness or by mistakes, and Molitor wants to stamp those out. He also talked about things like accountability and aggressiveness, stuff that you might expect from an opening day speech. But as I mentioned, I think the biggest thing to take was that he wasn't, it wasn't a hype me up speech. Baseball's not really a hype me up kind of sport. It's more even keeled, and I think that's more in keeping with Molitor's personality anyways. So no change of form. Terry Ryan addressed the team first, and then Paul Molitor spoke to all the players that are here in spring training, and just wanted to kind of set a tone. In other news, I was walking around watching practice and workouts, and I saw Miguel Sano taking ground balls at first base, but don't worry, that does not mean that a position change is forthcoming. The Twins still view Sano as a third baseman, even though he's got this big, powerful, heavy frame. It was just a matter of the pitchers needed to get some work in, fielding bunts and running over to first base. They needed some bodies at first base, so not only was Sano there, but you also saw Eduardo Escobar and Jorge Polanco playing first base. And in fact, later in the drills portion, Sano was taking throws at second base as a second baseman. I can guarantee you he's not going to play second base in the major leagues with his size, so it was just a case of needing some infield bodies to take throws from pitchers. Sano happened to be one of those guys. He also took some ground balls and stuff at third base, and I would expect to see that to continue starting with tomorrow as full squad workouts begin. So don't sound the alarms. No position change on the horizon for Sano. In fact, Molitor addressed that after workouts today. He said that he doesn't have any interest in moving Sano to first right now. He wants him to get comfortable making the throws and stuff from third base after missing all of last year having Tommy John surgery. So those are the updates from day 5, Twins pitchers and catchers. I'll have another update for tomorrow after the first full squad workout, day 6, Twins spring training here at Hammond Stadium. That'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Derek Wetmore. I'll catch you later.